What's up, GH peeps? It's Friday, June 21st, 2024. So you guys know, yesterday I was like, I am not going to post if they put some BS on here with Finn doing something that he can't walk back from. It's bad enough that we have to watch character assassinations to build up another person's story and whatnot. But I'm just a little over the these kind of scenes that are happening right now. So I just knew in my heart I was not going to be able to do a show where we have the father unaliving himself based on his grief. I'm going to talk about today's show, and I'm going to try to maintain myself. Y'all know I'll be struggling sometimes. But please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and welcome new subscribers. I really do appreciate your taking the time to hit that button. And please leave your likes and comments in the comment section. You know, guys, I love y'all thoughts and ideas about the show and what's going on with it. I am working on the Heather story. This girl was a hot mess. I'm just gonna say. But I'll talk to you about that later. But let's talk about today's show, shall we? Let's talk about today's show. So I gave this show a title. The name of today's show is called The Character Assassination Day, because there was just some assassinations of some characters here. And some rising of some. But let's talk about it. So Sam comes to Carly to play the recording. And Sam is truly showing the ugliness in this vendetta thing against Jason and now Carly of hers. And she plays it. And it drove me bonkers that she doesn't know anything about what actually went down. She don't know anything about why Carly did this. She don't know anything about why Jason did it. I'm happy that Carly didn't give her an excuse or tell her what was really going on. I would think that she should have known. But if Sam wants to play naive and not put two and two together, Miss P.I. detective, because her feelings are so much involved, because this has nothing to do with Danny. And her feelings are so much involved, then that's what it is. Carly is, of course, shocked. Sam is, of course, condescending. Sam tells her how and what and where her and Spinelli got the tapes from. And as she's talking and telling Carly what happened, I'm like, that's so illegal what you did. That comes back. That's on Spinelli. That may not even be on you, but that'll definitely be on Spinelli. And oddly enough, just like Jason stood up for Carly, I don't see Spinelli doing that. I see Spinelli doing that to you. Of course, if Maxie finds out, then he might cave, because Maxie is not about to lose her baby daddy and soon to be man and whatever else to sit here and play yo games. I want Maxie to find out so bad. I want her to overhear them talking. She says it's all about the kids, but we all know that ain't true. She says Jason loves Carly more than his kids, and I'm like, I want to say that's true, but I also got to remember, if this was Sam, he would do this for her. If this was Sonny, he would do this for her. Jason's always been diehard loyal to his people. He always has been. He always has been. And it brought me back to when her and Spinelli were talking, and Spinelli was like, I don't know if I want to do this. And what was her words? Jason would do it for us. We know Jason would do it for us. But he can't do it for Carly, though. And that's what makes me look at her like, got the little red eye, don't you? You a little jelly. You a little jelly. Because for real, though, girl, your realness is showing. And I wrote that Sam has forgot who Jason is. He would do that for her. That's just Jason. But carry on with the character assassination. She blames the world and doesn't know that Jason and Carly's life was in danger. Sam's jealousy is showing loudly, and the pie she's going to eat is a big one. And I said something really ugly, but I'm going to say it anyway, like those lips. You know I gotta get a little dig in. I love me some Sam. Don't get me wrong, guys. I do. I ride for my girl. But right now, because I'm looking at the would-be PI and thinking, instead of just running around and caught all up in your feelings, you should be investigating. You should be trying to figure out, well, wait a second, what was really? Because if she had to do that, there must have been something going on. Because wasn't Jason just, yeah, he was hurt around that time. So she ain't PIing in none of it. She just running around in circles, getting Spinelli caught up, compromising Dante, and getting herself caught into some stuff that's way worse than what Carly and Jason are even dealing with. Because you don't steal from the FBI. Moving on. So Jackass Jagger showed up to Carly's. And I'm like, this should be interesting. He brings her a bottle for thanks. Because, you know, he's leaving soon. And she looked out for him and didn't tell anybody about him getting jumped. He actually tells her that he's going to miss her. And I'm like, miss what? Almost arresting her and dragging her back to Quantico? Ain't that what you just said to Jason? In fact, I want to, hold up guys, I think I want to talk about that one. Let me backtrack and then we'll come back to Carly. My bad. So we're going to go to the Corinthos Coffee, and Anna wants to romance Valley and to get answers, and Jason wants to beat his ass to get answers. P.S. I'm all for Jason doing that. He's tired of Anna already, like the rest of us, doesn't trust her foolhardy plan, like the rest of us, sees her compromising in this situation, like the rest of us, and all I'm saying to myself is, where's the writing at with this story? I mean, come on, we could have did so much more. She thinks he's his blind spot, and the only blind spot is her. And that's when and she takes off after she thinks she's convinced Jason that, you know, she's got it. And that's when Jagger walks in talking about, where's Anna? Because he's looking for her. I think I'm going to name him Jackass Jagger. I'm going to apologize right now for the cuss words, guys. I do apologize, but I think I got a little cussy in this one. He is such a jackass, and it's so embarrassing. He's following planted evidence and threatens to take Carly back to Quantico with him. Now we can go back to him smoozing it up in Carly's face, and I'm looking at him like, dude, you got the balls of steel. Okay, you gotta have the biggest cojones to come into this woman's office after threatening to drag her to Quantico. And really, are you dragging her to Quantico to do something else? Because the last person that tried to kidnap her, or should I say take her, and yes, I said kidnap, take her, was Alcazar. Rick did it first, but Rick wasn't really in love with Carly. He was just trying to get his brother's attention and be a dick. But, oh yeah, and take back the baby. He was going to take, was it Morgan? He was going to take Morgan to replace him and Liz's baby. I don't want to talk about that one. Old School GH was so good. Oh my gosh. I just thought when Patrick came in, we were going to get that kind of writing style. And it's like, was Patrick mad at some of the leading actors on here? Because he's just coming up here swinging blows on people. And I heard, or should I say a birdie said, that he was not fond of Sonny. So, I don't know. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. This fool bringing a bottle of wine to celebrate with her and tell her that he misses her after he just told Jason that he's dragging her to Quantico. I'm just like, dude, what are you? So that's why I said he tells her he misses her, and I'm like, what? You're missing the opportunity to arrest her. Carly thinks Jagger is talking about her when he's talking about he's caught the person, and he's actually talking about Anna. He don't know that Carly know. And I'm just like, what this is weird. And what is your obsession with Carly? Like, why are you even in her face? You obviously think she was doing something that she shouldn't be doing. So why are you in her face? It's just so, he just don't move. He move off to me. We're gonna go. Let me see. We're gonna go to Maxie's. And the kids want Violet to stay, but Violet is ready to go check on Dad. And when she was talking about her reasons for checking on her dad, she gave Georgie a wink. And I'm like, this young old lady is so grown. What you up to the winking at Georgie like? James is, he's a young person. And I'm like, aren't you around James's age? But no, Violet is full grown diva. Maxie's Violet heads out, and shortly after, Maxie tells Spinelli that she's worried about Violet, and discusses how Violet wants to, it's like wants to take care of her dad, basically raising her dad, and she's like, if she's raising him, then who's raising her? And I'm like, girl, first of all, you've only really hung out with Violet for these 2 days. If guys correct me, please, I don't mind correction, but correct me. It's only been 2 days, right? Mm-hmm. And now you have a whole entire diagnosis of Violet's psyche. Violet has always been mature natured, and she just lost her grandfather. So of course she's going to even be more concerned about her dad. Of course she is. She just lost a family member that was living with her. That was somebody that she loved. So of course it is natural to cling to her father. I know you don't get it, boo, because your daddy wasn't there in your life for a long time, and you got raised by Mac. So you don't understand a father and a daughter's bond. I can't believe I'm saying this about Maxie, and I love her, but it's real, But her saying, I just think something's off, sounded off to me when you really don't know this kid, because if you knew this kid, you know that she was grown. And even Spinelli says, well, if you look up precocious, Violet's face is right under it. But here's GH playing up the narrative of the story they're trying to shove down our throats. And then she says, I will feel something. Oh, I already talked about that. Okay. So now Sam is showing up and tells, and Maxie heads out the room to give butterfly kisses to her kids. And I'm like, it don't take that long to give butterfly kisses. You should be coming back to this room. I need Maxie to hear this conversation so she can be like, you did what? Right with Sam's there though, because I want Sam to get a piece of the cake that she's trying to serve to Carly, because what you did was foul, very foul. What does it matter why he was gone? You don't want the man in the boy's life anyway, so what does it really matter? I think the only thing that matters is that you ain't part of his life no more, and you dry her, girl. But anyway, so Maxie takes off, and Sam tells him about how she went to see Carly and played the recording. And I'm just thinking to myself, is Spinelli regretting any of this? Is he seeing that this was not a good idea and that this actually made things worse? And I wrote again, funny how she was getting all mad, and this is because that's what she said to Carly. This is Jason's fault. He chose you over his kids, and she's kind of throwing that same BS to Spinelli. And I'm just like, funny, she forgot that when she was trying to convince Spinelli to do this, that Jason would do this for anybody he loves. But I guess he can't love Carly in Sam's eyes because it ain't Sam. I'm like, that envy is showing. And I don't even want to bring that up between these two ladies, because while their relationship was odd, it still was better. I liked it. I liked Sam and Carly. I liked it a lot. I didn't like how Sam was always propping up Carly, but if they could have had like equal standing, that would have been great, because I like them. I like both the ladies. I like them both. Where are we at? we are going to go to the Heartbreak Hotel because Violet is coming home to Dad with no adult. Just some guy named Kyle walking her up. And once again, it goes back to Maxie, were you really concerned? You didn't walk the kid up to the room to talk to the father, to tell him, hey, I'm dropping off your kid. And I'm going to keep it real on a real parenting tip. You ain't supposed to ever do that. You ain't ever supposed to just drop that kid off at the door and have the doorman drop her off. That is so, what? What? You're talking about Finn's parenting and you do that? As a mom, and I used to have to drop off kids, I'm walking you all the way upstairs, all the way wherever you need to go. I am giving you to the hand of your parent, not your brother, your sister, your cousin, your parent. You know why? Because I want to make sure there's, if any questions asked, me and mom or me and dad are right face to face. Hey, here's your kid. Just wanted to let you know that I got her here safe. She ate this, she did this, she had this, and she's probably just ready for bed. That's called the proper handoff. You don't drop a kid off at a building and let the doorman walk her upstairs. Maxie. So while you're sitting here talking about, oh, I'm so worried about what Violet's going on. If you were so worried and you were really doing the mom thing, there is no way you would have let that child go up there by herself. That was piss poor to me. I would never do that. And I don't know, maybe some parents is different, but to me, I think that's shitty. Okay? I just think that's shitty. Letting that girl go upstairs, she shouldn't have been by herself to find that. Maxie should have walked that girl upstairs by herself, with her. She should not have sent somebody up there. She should have made sure that when she got, and it was not even because Finn's drinking or whatever she might be thinking. It's because that's what you're supposed to do when you have custody of a kid. Even though you don't have like the parent's custody, when a parent gives you their kid and lets their kid hang out with you, you're assuming guardianship. So you don't relinquish guardianship till you hand that child actually to the parent. The parent. Not the front door. Anything could have happened. Kyle could have been a perv and all kind of wrongness could have happened to Violet. But you wouldn't have known because you just dropped her off at the door and they went home to talk about to Spinelli how much you care, how much you were so worried. I was like, girl, Maxie, cut it out. And I love me. So see what I'm saying? Today is character assassination show because they want to prop up the narrative. So you want to destroy everybody. Everybody and all the things that they do. Because I don't see Maxie doing that. But I know GH has to pull this narrative. And this is, let me stop. Let me stop. Because this is not the actors. And guys, don't get it wrong. I am not mad at the actors. They are only reading what is given to them. I'm pretty sure half of them don't like this crap either. But just like all the rest of us, they need their bread. They need their rent paid. And this is a job for them. This is the job. So not hating on the actors. I have a really bad problem with, if it's not the writers, then it's the producers and the director. You know what I'm saying? Because the writers really don't get a control either. The director and the producer don't like it, then. And I've watched Frank's shows in the past. They were better than this. So I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so we're at Finn's house. He is passed out and drowning in the liquor. He's like, forget the cup. I'm just taking headshots now. And I guess he must have busted the last bottle because there's broken glass on the table and he's cut himself now. He takes another headshot and throws it on his hand to clean the wound and passes out again. And that's when Violet walks in to see that, when she should have been escorted by an adult. She sees the missed call. She grabs her dad's phone. This little girl is real smart. Grabs her dad's phone, sees the missed call, hits it, and she calls the missed call and tells him she doesn't know who she's talking to. She's just panicking. She tells him that she thinks her daddy is dead. Now that alone should slap Finn in the face. And if it comes to worseness, that's what he should hear from his daughter. I thought you were dead. Because that right there might make him be like, I went too far. I want Violet to be his redeeming thing. I want him to look at his kid and be like, I can't do this to my baby. I can't do this to myself. If I do this to myself, I'm gonna hurt her. Moving along. I wrote, the character assassination of Hamilton Finn is some heartbreaking shit. Tracy calls the ambulance immediately. Well, that's the evidence. That's the beginning of the evidence they needed. They show up, and Tracy tells Violet, because she's panicking, thinking her daddy's not alive anymore, that he's just sleeping. Tracy covers for Finn so beautiful to keep Violet calm. She did an awesome job. The ambulance confirms that ain't nothing wrong with him to Tracy. He's just drunk. Because she's like, he's like, there ain't nothing wrong with this man. He's just drunk. Violet's afraid that he won't wake up like her grandpa. And this is why I'm like, really, guys? Really? This is how we doing our storylines to the kids? We have all these adults with nothing to do, and this is what we're doing with the kids. Okay. It's supposed to be summertime. They're supposed to be at the pool having fun. The parents are supposed to be messy and doing crap, and the kids are supposed to have their own story doing crap. Like Violet's trying to get Elizabeth and her daddy back together, playing the bait switch. That's what these kids. I just want GH to be great again, and it's getting more and more disappointing. And I know everybody's like, I know, guys. I do understand that the writing switches and everything is going on is causing a lot, but they gotta do some cohesiveness. This is really crazy. But Tracy smooths it out and takes Violet to her Uncle Chase's. Finn is still passed out in the chair. Okay, I'm going to jump back on this one because I want to say that one for when I come back, because I want to go to Chase's house where Brooklyn has made her honey some dinner. And I'm not even going front. I didn't know she could cook. I haven't met a Quartermain that was born in the family. Where are we? Tracy tells Finn the details of his brother and that Violet thinks he died. And Chase is like, oh my God. Tracy tells Chase to take Violet back to the Quartermains and keep her there. Because first, you don't have any room in your apartment for her. Secondly, if Finn comes beating on the door looking for her, that will freak Violet out. And it will. She doesn't need that. I agree with Tracy on that. She doesn't need that. She doesn't. Finn needs to sleep it off. He shouldn't even be asking to get her right now. After what you just did, bro, you need to sober up. You just got the ambulance, caught on you, passed out drunk on the couch. And I love me some... it's odd, but I think that writers for me making me like Hamilton Finn, because I really didn't care for him. I liked him more as Silas. But that's when he was the cop. I liked him as the cop. I liked him as a cop. I really did. But they're making me like Hamilton. But anyway, but Tracy was right that Violet should go to the Quartermains because he ain't coming up there acting crazy. But she doesn't want Finn embarrassing himself in front of Violet and making things worse, because that's what's going to happen. Chase really wants to go support his brother. And y'all notice there was a little change in his demeanor when it came to Finn. He wasn't acting like he's been acting. He was actually really concerned. Tracy tells him to comfort Violet because she's about to give Finn a piece of her mind. He needs it, guys. Chase tries his best to comfort his niece, and Violet wants to cook for her dad because she thinks that, maybe he'll be happier, not so tired if I help out more, not just help with sandwiches. Chase starts to respond to her, and Brooklyn looks at him like, don't say that. Don't say that. And he stops and words himself better. And I'm glad she was able to look at him like, don't say that. This girl's been through enough trauma. That's the thing I don't like. When grown-ups put their grown-up-ish on the kids. And Chase would have been dumping something on Violet that she doesn't need. She just lost her grandpa. Just like they lost their father. But, kids are affected different by grief. All the things they're trying to do, Violet is still very much worried about her daddy. Chase lets her know that they can go to the Quartermains and hang out there. And she's like, I don't want to leave. I need to talk to my dad. My dad don't know where I'm going. He needs to know where I'm going. Like I said, Violet is a grown little lady. She's a young little grown lady, and she's like, I just need to call my dad and tell him I'm okay and where I'm going, and make sure he knows, like, permission. And Brooklyn plays it off when she goes to do something that she pretended like she called her dad and that he said it was okay. So she's heading over to the Quartermains, which is a good place for her to be. Monica's always opening up her doors to all the kids. And this one is approved by Tracy, so it ain't gonna be bad. Let me get down to the finality of this day. So Tracy arrives back to Finn's house after dropping Violet off and sees that Finn is still passed out in the chair. And she's like, they left you like this? She kicks his feet and he don't wake up, and she has to do what she knows she needs to do. And she starts taking pictures and videos of the evidence. But unlike old school Tracy, she is crying tears. Because first of all, she loves Finn. She loves Finn. Like, not like that, but she loves Finn. They had a very, very tight relationship. And she loves Gregory. Yes, like that. And she don't want to hurt this man. She don't want to hurt Gregory's memory, but she knows that because she loves Finn and because she was in love with Gregory, that this is the best thing to do, to honor Gregory too, because this is what Gregory would have wanted. Gregory would have been looking at his son and probably slapping the crap out of him, saying, I'm walking out with my grandbaby. We ain't going to be here with this mess. I'm already sick. I ain't got time for you. Maybe he'll get a visit from his father. Maybe that will snap him up. Maybe he'll get a visit from his dad. Something has to happen. They need to turn this clock and get things back on track. And that's what I'm kind of like. They need to get it back on track. They need to get the Sonny situation back on track. They need to do so much. They done opened up so many doors and left so many things unopened. It's just anyway. But like I said, they don't need anything else because now Tracy has the evidence. She packs Violet's bag and comes back and sees Finn still passed out in the chair, ain't even woke up. And she opens an ammonia capsule in front of him. And I'm going to tell you right now, that will wake up the sleeping dad. That stuff stinks so bad and it's so strong because they pop it right underneath your neck and it just goes right up. It ain't as powerful as Narcan, but it definitely does the business. Well, I guess Narcan stops an OD, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, that was an ammonia capsule, and it woke him up. And he wakes up, he's looking around, he's like, because he's like, oh my God. He looks at his hand, what the hell? Where's Violet? Tracy gives him that cold look. She's gone, and she is not coming back. Now, preview says that Finn threatens to call the police and all that. And I'm like, baby, I'm sorry, but with that evidence that Tracy took, you got two choices. You can walk away and continue to drink your life away, or you can go get rehab. But Tracy can hang you with that. It's not a lot, but it's enough. You had the ambulance came, your daughter found you passed out drunk. That's grounds to have CPS coming into the house. And I know somebody was saying something about Elizabeth being she's a reporter. I'm going to let you know that's what I do for a living. I'm a reporter. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you report without a claim, without something serious, like this situation that's happening right now, CPS is going to say thank you and hang up the phone. They're not going to come out on claims unless something actually is happening. Alexis was right when she said that. Judges ain't going to separate no kids, and CPS ain't going to come out to no home if it's just because a parent's bendering. Now, if a parent has been found passed out drunk, where the ambulance had to be called and the child was there and came home and seen that, that is a little bit more groundwork. That is a little bit more evidence. But just flying off the bat saying, oh, he's drinking, he shouldn't have his kid. And I've worked in that system for almost 6 to 7 years, and I was a foster care mom. So I think I know what I'm talking about. Now, this might be different because in my state, that's how we do it. It might be different in the state of New York. But Alexis also said, judge ain't going to sign off on that. And then most likely CPS ain't going to, I'm going to tell you right now, if there ain't nothing seriously going on, they ain't going to come. They're not going to investigate, and the judge will laugh them out. You got to have actual proof. That stuff, like when Aunt Stella said to Chase, you got to build a case for Violet. That's what Tracy was doing. That's what's going to get action. those videos, the ambulance call, Violet walking in and seeing him passed out drunk, thinking he's dead. Those are the kind of things to get the CPS to come to your house, and they will. Because when they see that, they think, okay, this child has a chance to be endangered. This was actually a traumatizing event for this child. That is what causes them to get involved. I'm not trying to go back and forth with people on that. I'm just speaking from facts. And I'm not trying to just throw stuff out the air. I'm speaking from facts. I'm a foster parent. That's the first fact. I work in that environment. That's what I do for a living. And I'm a first reporter. We don't just be calling out people just because of what we think is going on. We got to have actual evidence. I work with social workers that work with CPS. This is not a joke. I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? I know this is a fantasy on the soap world, but I'm going to keep it real about that. But I'm going to let it go because this is no attack to that individual. I am not attacking you. But when you said it, I was like, I think I should address it to let you know that's not how it really works, at least in the real world. Now, the soap world can do whatever it needs to do. And they actually really did keep it real fact and functional when Tracy came in there and took those pictures and videos. When Stella said, oh, no, you're going to need to build a case and you're going to need to start collecting evidence and you're going to need to start getting stuff together if you want to get Violet out of this house. When Alexis said a judge will laugh you out of the judge ain't going to take away a kid for dad having a bender. That's just not how it works. And somebody also said that Finn could possibly have a lawsuit against the hospital. If they hadn't have found him passed out drunk with the ambulance and all that, he probably could. But he blew that with what he just did. He blew that. So anyway, guys, but you're right, he could have though. He could have. And I would have liked that, but that didn't happen. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. I'll talk to you guys later. Like I said, this was no personal attack to nobody. I just wanted to clarify some things about that. I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully I can get that Heather video posted tomorrow. I'm doing some family time tomorrow, so we'll see. If not, then probably early Sunday. Sunday is a big soap show, guys. Don't forget, James Lott Jr. will be hosting General GH Sunday Shift. 4 of my favorite people, James, Frank, and Tasha, and I think her name is Tanya. I hope I'm saying her name right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. I love those ladies. I love GH Sunday Shift. I love James Lott Jr. and Frank too. So it's gonna be so exciting. I can't wait to watch that show. I'm gonna try to get my stuff, the Heather stuff, because it's not a lot. Not a lot. I wanted to do clips though, so I can show y'all clips too. Heather was just a hot mess. But I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. You have an amazing weekend. I hope you guys spend it doing exactly what you love doing, and that's whatever you want to do. I'm gonna spend time with my grandbabies, and I'll try to get that Heather story uploaded tomorrow sometime. Y'all be blessed and sleep well.